AITAH for not giving legal advice at a party to someone I just met? I cut. Hi, everyone. This actually happened last night. I was at my brother's place for an NFL draft party. I haven't seen my brother in a couple weeks, and my brother and I live a couple hours from each other because I moved away, so I haven't seen a lot of his friends in years. I also have not met most of my brother's girlfriend's family and friends, because she comes from a town a couple hours from where they currently live in the opposite direction from where I live. My brother and his GF have been together 2 years and are getting engaged next month. At the party, I was talking with a group of people, and one guy, the husband of one of my brother's girlfriend's friends, asked me what I do for a living, and I said I'm an attorney. He then asked me what kind of law I practice, and I could already see where this was going. He then started into so I'm having a problem with one of my neighbors. As he was launching into his story, I reached in my pocket and gave him my card and told him to call me in the morning to discuss the issue. He got upset and said, why can't I just answer a couple of quick questions for him since we were both there? I said I was there to see my brother and watch the draft and didn't want to discuss business right now. As other attorneys will tell you at social gatherings, this is a common thing. Once people find out you're an attorney, they'll try to corner you with a bunch of questions and you're basically back on the clock. Years ago, I decided to do the business card thing instead of answering questions so I could actually enjoy social gatherings. Besides, these things almost never turn into actual business. People just want free legal advice. I've never had any complaints about it before. The guy got upset, said something under his breath, and stormed off. The other people standing there all made a face as he stormed off, and we went right back into our conversation. That was it. Or so I thought. The rest of the night was fine, and it was never brought up again. We enjoyed the draft, and I enjoyed seeing my brother's knucklehead friends these years later. I got a text from my brother this morning, and he said I want to make this clear. I completely understand why you did what you did. He has seen it happen a bunch of times at events and heard me complain about it afterwards. However, his girlfriend is upset that I blew her friend's husband off and wants me to reach out to him, apologize, and answer his questions. My brother said he's on my side and said he told her such, but she made him send the text to me anyway. I believe my brother being on my side and understand he's trying to keep the peace in his relationship. I said I'm not texting and apologizing or calling the guy, but he has my card and is welcome to call me. I feel I did nothing wrong. Just because of my job doesn't mean I'm on the clock 24/7. My brother said, yay, I knew you'd say that, but now I can at least tell my GF I tried, and that was it with him. Again, I thought this was the end, but it's not. His girlfriend texted my mom and told her what happened. Now my mom is texting me and saying I know it's annoying what this guy did, but can you call this guy so that your relationship with brother's girlfriend isn't negatively affected because she's obviously upset with you? My brother is getting engaged to her next month and she's going to be family, and there's no need to have a rift when she's about to be family. I said it's too late. The fact that she cried to my mom already created a rift on my end about her now. Again, I declined, and my mom said she understands, but just doesn't want negative feelings with brother's GF over this. I said no. He can call me and I'll answer any questions he has. So, Reddit, AITAH, for how I handled this? The fact that your brother's girlfriend feels like she has any agency in this situation is strange. Tell your mom and brother's GF that being a lawyer is your paid career and you won't apologize for refusing to work for free at a social gathering. Your brother is the real AH here, and his GF and the mooch, of course. But the passive-aggressive, I know you won't, but I just to tell her I did it, is such BS. A real brother would tell his crazy GF to back the hell up. Bad signal that he doesn't confront her and she doesn't stop. AITAH, tell your bro if she doesn't apologize, you're not talking to her anymore. NTA, you handled it great. I'll bet the guy who asked isn't even interested in talking to you anymore, but his wife and your brother's GF are trying to push it all. He was all pissed. I'm sure he doesn't want your legal advice now, even if it was free. NTA. I'm also an attorney and get this a lot. The business card thing is completely fair, and they should understand that, as Abraham Lincoln said, a lawyer's time and advice are his stock and trade. Would they pissed if you were a plumber and didn't run over and fix his sink for free? Nope. Why isn't she embarrassed that her friend's husband tried to weasel free legal advice from you? This happens to me a lot too. I'm a veterinarian. I've stopped going to most block parties because my neighbors will take turns asking me questions and telling me long stories about how another vet, often a friend of mine, ripped them off, dared to charge for services. I started telling my techs and trainee doctors to come up with fake careers to avoid conversations like this. I have told people on planes that I sell boat insurance. I've also used asphalt testing engineer. Your NTA, your FSIL is... I think the girlfriend knew about this guy's problem, and she advised him to ask OP, and when OP refused, she got upset. She was using, I am marrying into a family with a lawyer, so if anyone needs free legal advice, just let me know. I now have connections. Your brother's girlfriend is a huge